Ladies and gentlemen, how are you today? It is Wrap It Up, and we are here.
It's Bristol, baby.
It is Bristol.
We are living it up. We are ready at the track. We've been here for, since the last race ended, okay? We're always the first people on the ground at Bristol. I'm your host, Dr. Aaron Hurd. With me, my co-host, Justin Harris, and with us, a special guest again. We brought him back. He's been promoted once again. Matt Carr, Vice President of Sandwiches for all of NASCAR.
There he is.
Man, I'm just the king of bread of NASCAR. I just love every bit of it.
What?
Not even going to lie.
Are you sponsoring Brad Keselowski this year?
King's Hawaiian has kicked us out.
Oh,
so
gosh. Terrible news.
They spent all the money on Brad. So NASCAR decided to say, hey, you know what? You want to make some sandwiches? It's bunny bread and Kearns this week.
Oh.
So when y'all enjoy those fried bologna sandwiches,
Okay.
they're on Kearns bread this weekend.
Why did you get moved away from the tubed meat division of NASCAR?
There was quite an accident with the tube meat, and legal disclosure, I cannot talk about it. So
Okay. I did hear there was some, the ambulance had to come to Darlington, so that makes
Yeah.
perfect sense to me. One thing that didn't make sense, though, what a lead-in, right, is the 11 pulling off a win. I know he's good there. I know he wins all the time, but for some reason, I just had it in my mind it wasn't going to happen.
it shouldn't happen.
Well, I remember that caution that came out on the pit cycle, and I texted you and said, well, that helps out the 11 and the 22.
And guess what?
Other things helped him out, though, at the end we can talk about later.
You were right.
I was right.
All right, let's take a moment to catch our breath, folks. We're going to look at every single car that's running this week down in
It's Bristol, baby.
the king of Roundabout City here in Bristol. Hold with us just one
Roundabout?
moment, please.
Well, we only have one.
The whole track is a roundabout. It's a big
I
circle,
thought you'd been like the
And it has-
roundabouts in the road.
and it has multiple places to get on and off of. The Bristol is nothing but a giant roundabout.
That is true. The campers are already there, so I'm lined up. Bellies are already flying out there in Bristol, baby.
I saw that. They're the first camper. I think they posted a picture today, and they gave them a flag. If we had known there were free flags, we would just taken the camper van, go watch our van video, and park down there and get us a free flag. That's what we're doing next time. Oh, Bristol. It is absolutely grape. You're 100% right. Grape, if I've ever seen
It's
Bristol.
grape.
100%. This was not grape to see this.
Nope.
This was depressing to me, as I'm not a Denny Hamlin fan and don't intend to be with his limited career time left. And so, he's going to run this again. Let me give you a clue here. Now, this will be, I think, the third time he's ran Progressive this coming weekend.
Yeah.
The first two,
at
he's
least.
had a top five in both of them.
Well,
So
he won this race a year ago, so,
The
you know.
scheme runs good for him.
Flow is good.
It's
His flow. Hey. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on.
It's hot.
Big Willie B with the flames. Back with the fire. It's hot.
Is that because Sabrina Carpenter? Is this why he's got the flames on the car?
What's the deal with the Sabrina Carpenter thing?
Apparently, he said it wasn't him. He said it was like a parody account of him. Commented on one of her pictures, like a little heart emoji, and said, I'll get you tickets to Daytona. And I truly don't know if it was or not, but hey, you got to shoot your shot.
Yeah.
You miss every shot you don't take.
I mean, he's a single man, right?
I thought he was with Blaney's sister, or did that
They
follow through?
That fell
They broke up
off
like
real bad.
Christmas not this past Christmas, but the one before I heard, which I didn't know
See
either.
How far I'm behind.
Well, I thought the same thing. I thought they were just recently maybe broke up, but apparently they've been all last season.
I watched him on that Netflix thing, but that was a year ago, so
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there was a
When's
bad.
that coming back?
I don't know.
Probably never.
I'm waiting for it.
Well,
It was-
aren't they doing an F1 one?
They always do an F1 one, but it's
Well,
always
then NASCAR's got to have it. They'll do it for free just so they can say they have the same thing.
It's
They
all
can't be
drama.
outdone.
It's all drama.
Here's a man who won't be outdone. The number 20, Christopher Bell, he can get it done at Bristol.
He can.
We've got a 20 on dirt right
We-
there. The
yeah.
20 also won. You can see, look, you could probably see these cars better if you don't have to look through the car. All these are Bristol wins up here we've thrown up on the table today. There's some 220s out of that, so 20's got a good probability. I wouldn't sleep on the man.
This is ugly.
It's
You're
ugly.
absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
All the ream schemes are usually just garbage, and I think it's just because of my hatred of like Reese's foods.
Well, you got to fight the power. That's what I've always said. Speaking of the power, here's the beast. Everybody's scared.
Hard. How hard is it?
I thought he would actually he's in fourth. But let me say this, I thought he'd be more challenging for Darlington than he was.
Yeah.
So,
Boom.
definitely, 100%. Absolutely.
Too much green.
It does fit.
It does. That's absolutely. I mean, it's the beast. He's got the claws. He does it all.
And those beast cans do fit really good in your hand, and they are tasty, especially the peach one.
Well, let me ask you this. Okay, I'm not trying to be mean here. You think they make like a smaller version for Tyler Reddick to hold on camera? Because it would be like a can, it would be like this, right? He'd be like a child's hand.
He gets the 6 ounces.
Talking about history.
Talking about this 12.
Talking about history, I mean, dude
at
got a win stole from him again.
I'm not happy about it.
Again.
I'm wearing a hat today, baby.
He's got the water heaters back. That's boring.
It is. The black, though, just black as a color matches anything. Richmond's not in a big fancy water heater like your Ream. Man, there's a lot of water heater talk going on. A lot of millions and millions of dollars going into water heater advertisement. I've only bought one water heater in my life.
Every water heater I've had's always been inside my rental units, so I've never bought one.
Well,
what's the right temperature for water heaters? Anyone know?
Hot.
How hot?
Got to get it hot. It's a water heater.
Isn't it like 120 or something? I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
What scalded you?
Hey, maybe you can get scalded down when you're in the side of that submarine you're building it.
Well,
think so?
I'd like to build a submarine. What have you ever thought about actually doing that?
No.
You're being a snake man.
A snake man?
Like, wouldn't a submarine be the next thing for you? Like, if you could get like a big tubed thing, right, to drive it. That's kind of like fitting into a snake.
Could I just fill up the entire submarine with snakes?
Well, added bonus, I suppose you could.
Submarines on a snake, or snakes on a submarine?
That's a good movie.
All right, well, let's just leave it on this shot of Justin in the 17 car here. What do you think about that, Justin? The 17's, honestly, it's hot.
It is.
It's a nice car.
The chrome numbers are always hot.
They've been running it on 3 cars for 2 years, and I'm still not sick of it. That says something.
Speaking of the 17, he's right there as a winner on the table.
Well, just turn the car off.
Look at that.
Right there. That blue one.
He's won this track before.
Exactly. He could have a great run.
He could.
One of my favorite stories
I'm not picking him, though.
about NASCAR drivers
spoilers.
being nice to people and not trying to get anything out of it. One Bristol race, Justin will be good at telling time and definitely storms and crap like that. There was a giant storm. It flooded out the campground.
Uh-huh.
How many years ago you think that was?
Last
time that the whole park.
The last time?
Yeah.
I think that was like 2 years ago, but
Okay.
it's happened multiple
One time
times.
before that, it got
Okay.
really deep. I mean, it was over the road.
Yeah.
And Chris Buescher took his truck and is down there pulling people's campers out of stuff, not like, with a camera or anything. He's just down there with his truck, like pulling up to people who are going to get stuck in this giant high water that's already 3 or 4.
Just helping people out.
Yeah, just pulling people out for no reason, not acting like, he's
That's
a
cool.
millionaire somewhere. He's out helping people.
Nice.
So since I heard that, there's no way not to be a fan of Chris Buescher.
You remember when Dale Jr. called him Christopher Buescher for like
I liked
for a
that.
while, and he put it on his card. Then he's like, "I'm Chris. I'm not Christopher." It's like, dang, man.
I like it.
Oh, look at the candy apple beer.
You like the plaid?
Where's that flannel?
Flannel.
Oh.
It is plaid flannel.
Oh, is it the
flannel is
guy?
plaid, right?
Is
This would be the guy's shirt that's on the commercial, maybe?
I guess so. Yeah, that was the idea when they ran it with in the 4 with Harvick. I don't know why I couldn't think of Harvick's name. I've already blocked him out.
Well, I mean, he's on the Fox broadcast, so everyone blocks
That's
that
why
out.
I'm trying to block him out. Exactly.
Gosh.
But I feel like this is more of a fall race fit, not a spring race fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since they did move it up to April, thankfully, and it doesn't snow it out or anything.
Listen, if you're coming to Bristol,
It's Bristol, baby.
it's freaking cold. It's been cold yesterday it was 44.
So
at one point.
supposed to be the same on Xfinity, but then a little better for the Cup race, like 60s.
Okay, so yeah, it's like
So-
what, high 60s today, right now.
Yeah,
Right now,
mid,
yeah.
mid 60s.
Okay,
About the same.
so
But
that's
it's supposed
perfect.
to be partly cloudy.
Listen, come to Bristol, high 60s. If you don't get too much sun, if it's listen, it's the most perfect place on earth. Come hang out. This is the optimal temperature and everything. You're going to get rained on. I don't care. All right, number 9.
I feel like every time we show this, they run the opposite color. They usually run the white one when we show the blue one, and they
They were doing that for a while. They've been pretty consistent with the blue this year. They're pretty happy about what they got going on for some reason, even though maybe they shouldn't be.
I mean,
He's
it's
running
good.
fine, but is he really?
What's happened to
He-
this dude in the last 2 seasons?
You know, what's happened since he won the Cup?
Right.
Well, he broke his
That
leg.
brings up something he said. Well, he did break his leg. That's a very good actual point. I was going to say something stupid.
Well, yeah, but
But-
Kyle Busch turned that into a championship.
That's true. Kyle Busch broke both of his legs and won the Cup that same year.
So I mean, when
So,
I
yeah.
mean, but
Well,
there
here-
is a difference. Kyle Busch wakes up and pisses greatness. Chase Elliott just wakes up and looks at himself in the mirror.
Jeez. I was going to say this. I need to do that for you, though. Chase Elliott said this weekend that he thought the throwbacks were played out. That he thought it was played out and over with like 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, he said. Like he was over it. Okay, that's one of the stupidest things I've heard a race car driver say.
Man,
I mean, I disagree with me in the comments if you want to. I mean, that seems incredibly insane to me that they wouldn't love the throw. Especially your
I mean,
own
it's-
dad is a NASCAR driver.
you don't. I just don't understand why they don't throw back to something like Bill Elliott. Like I know he wasn't a HMS driver or whatever, but come on.
Right. It's
Give me,
anyway.
give me a Ray Everham throwback.
Anyway, anything.
That's dumb. Just
What
like this
about-
paint scheme.
What
That's
about the
dumb, yeah.
54?
The same.
You know who's into this car though.
Papaw?
Papa loves this
Oh.
car. He's got so much money for it.
What if he sleeps in the back of it?
He would. He may go down there and they find him in the middle of the night sometimes. He's wandered off. And
That's why Ty hasn't won yet. Joe's in the back weighing it down.
That's it.
who had the weight problem?
Me.
But
Who
need a
was
rim
that?
shot.
It was at Martinsville, wasn't it?
Yeah, who was way off weight? 21?
Ty Dillon?
No.
They didn't appeal whoever it was also.
They
Who
took
was it?
Ty Dillon's car to the impound after that. That's what I was thinking.
There was someone else's too. Though.
Yeah. Somebody tell us in the comments.
Hey, you gonna
Hey.
come on down and get you a biscuit at Cheddar's?
We were in Cheddar's once in Bristol.
It's Bristol, baby.
Once? Just once?
Well, in this one particular time.
Okay.
At Exit 7 on race weekend, and there were car owners in there eating. A couple other people. We talked to the owner of, at the time, it was the 95 car, the Levine Family
Oh,
Racing.
yeah.
Mm.
They had Michael McDowell in their car at the time. Bunch of other people. If you just go around town, sometimes you can run into people. I saw, which absolutely blew my mind, is Bruton Smith
Oh.
at Bojangles eating breakfast.
Just chilling.
He's
Not
just
even
like
like-
me.
Didn't pick it up like to go, back to like his $1 billion thing. He was just sitting at the table at Exit 7 Bojangles. And I was like, dang.
Man. I didn't know he was like us common folk.
Well, I also, just literally, I don't know, a tenth of a mile away, there's a Sonic.
Uh-huh.
He owns Sonic.
That Sonic?
No, he owns all Sonics. The Sonic Corporation, the drive-in, is owned by the same people who own all the tracks.
Did not
Huh.
know
I
that.
know it's crazy, right? Bruton
Wow.
Smith owns that.
Could explain the customer
Or the
service.
Smith family.
Or his son, yeah. Oh,
Okay.
I like
the two's new.
I like something different.
Snap on.
Snap on.
There's a
I
lot of
mean-
jokes there.
You know.
There is, but let's be clear that there is still a Snap-on factory in good old Elizabethton, which isn't too far away from
That's true.
Bristol.
Mm.
That's true.
So I wonder if Snap-on's going to bring some of the employees to the corporate.
I
suite.
bet that's exactly what's going on. That's why they've probably picked this race so all their people can get the stuff, the backstage area things. Absolutely. I guarantee that's what's going on, which is awesome. I'm glad we've got a company that's pulling all that off. I talked to a representative from that factory a couple years ago, And she was telling me, like, every torque wrench Snap-on has is made right over by the airport in Elizabeth. And I was like, I didn't know that, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Huge quality, apparently. I'm not willing to pay those prices, but... oh, look. Can you tell what's new?
That's the corn dog man.
There he is. Michael Walters back.
They put the
Man.
dog back on it. They didn't have the dog before. The lucky dog's back.
I love it.
They even had a little commercial, and it was kind of like, flickering in and out to show it was an old-timey thing. And there was Mikey and DW, like, oh, the lucky dog, blah, 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 blah. And then, boom, here we are. The lucky dog's back. Yeah, look, he give you the thumbs up.
Yeah. I'll give you
That is a thumbs-up deserving car if there ever was one. That's
just because of the lucky dog being back. And I'm shocked Michael didn't, like, sponsor a car like some, like, Josh Balicki or something with his brewing company that's down the road.
He was on...
Yeah.
He half did somebody's car. He was like on the back end of somebody's truck or something last year.
They going to have that lawnmower race down there again? Y'all know?
I haven't heard anything about the lawnmower racing. Well, I haven't. They're not sponsoring anything, are they?
Not to my knowledge.
Maybe that's why they're...
Maybe that's why that's over.
Okay.
We didn't. We should have went to that lawnmower.
I know. I was like, I want to go check that out sometime.
Rest in
Ty
peace,
Dillon won it.
lawnmower race.
God damn it. It's the only thing he's going to
What
win.
about the 22?
Hey.
He's a piece of crap. The kid, he sucks. He's sucked his whole career.
It's the same paint scheme, but it still hits.
Yeah, it'll do it. I like this one better than the last couple of years. This is the best one he's had in the last couple of years, in my opinion.
I agree.
They just need to go all yellow one race. See if anyone notices.
I think when you're all
They almost do that at Vegas.
yeah,
I think they yellow
it's
it out a little bit more.
the
'cause
complete
it's the
Pennzoil car with no
400.
shell.
Yeah.
They got different flavors. You know, you got to try them all.
Shell gas does not taste like Pennzoil. I will tell you that.
14th place, Todd
Mm.
shows up, known to be a clean driver. Todd is got a secret this weekend, fellas. They didn't publish who his sponsor is. They didn't do that for a couple people. They do stuff like that just to not let us have all the information on Earth. And they've released updated pictures of the other two cars, but not Todd's. No word as of showtime what Todd's driving. So we're going to guess his primary sponsor is going to be on there of Love's. We could be wrong.
Food City could sponsor him.
I think it might be one of those deals because Food City was always doing a spring race. Remember, they were doing like the 16 there for a while and the 31, which is the 10 now.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not on there. So I'm like, I think that you might be right with that. And they're holding back the paint scheme for a big announcement. Ooh, look at the orange.
Wow.
I love the skirts being wrapped.
I actually like this.
It's pretty good.
Blair, this actually hurts to look at. Look at that.
Wow. Too bright
Stare
for
at
you?
it. Stare at it.
I am.
Open up your eyes. Get you real wide. Just let the pour in there.
Mm.
Yeah, it does hurt.
Oof. Oh my God. Do you know what time it is?
did this to my freaking
Ty Dillon.
Ty Dillon.
It's
What
not
did he
an
finish?
amazing
16th?
company or anything, but they did well with what they did
Gosh.
here.
Beaver Street?
This
was
is
last week.
Oklahoma.
That was last week. Sorry.
Yeah, last week they were driving the Beaver Foods.
Okuma.
Now this week, totally different. And probably not the best week to be advertising something from another manufactured in another country, right? I don't know.
I don't know.
I like the flat color about it though. The black.
That's very matte.
It is. I kind of dig it. It'll be very it'll be easy to see when it wrecks.
Yeah.
Ty Dillon.
We have no Advent Health near Bristol.
No.
No.
It's Bristol, baby.
We barely have any health. So it's an odd pick for them to go here. I guess, it's on TV, though. That's what they're really counting about. It's not like the old days where the sponsor has to be near. But even though the two did that, and we're like, yeah, great job. 43, Jimmy hasn't got it together. Did you hear about Jimmy's, you've heard about Jimmy's woes with Rick Ware, right?
Correct, yes.
Okay. So they wanted to buy the charter from Rick, and they were going to take it, and they said next year, and Rick said no, 26. And they're like, oh, no, let's go to court. In the court filings, we find out today how much he paid, $45 million. He's paying Rick Ware. And Rick Ware still doesn't want to give it up next year. Rick Ware's like, let me have another year or I want out of it. I'm like, that's pretty stupid, Rick. But it turns out here, I did hear this. Now, this is a lot of information. the idea is the 15 charter, remember, because Rick had 2, is loaned to the 60 this year so that the 51 can run free and clear with his son in it. So next year, the plan was to still have both charters. Then the 60 would take the 51 charter, and then they would give the 15 charter, which is the 60 charter this year, back to the 51 to do a point swap to keep the charters above the line so they don't get dropped.
Oh, man.
Okay, so that's why Rick don't want to give it up, because if he does that, then he's going to lose one of them and lose value. So it's a whole big wibble wabble. And Jimmy, obviously thinking he has a charter, probably they've already told Corey Haim, yeah, you're going in the what number do you think they're going to run for a third car at Legacy?
That's 44.
You think they can get it away from that one man who has a car and a truck driving around the country?
I think
the
so.
Owner of New NY Racing.
I think you can. I think you throw him like $100,000 and like a can of like Spam. I think he'll take it.
That or just give like J.J. Yaley a $100 bill.
He'd probably be happy
and
with
they can make that deal happen.
And honestly, I read a statistic, it might be wrong, that Legacy Motorsports, I think Eric Jones, it could be wrong, is one of the only cars to complete every lap this year.
No, I think you're right. I think I saw that.
I could be wrong, though.
Wow.
I was dealing with a lot at Darlington. For legal reasons, I still can't tell you.
What about the 16?
Hey.
This was a sponsor, came in this year just for the man.
Ty Dillon. Ty Dillon.
They did several races with Ty, and then apparently, the way the press release says it, they were so thrilled with the 2 races they run with Ty Dillon. They said, let's get on AJ's car also, and they signed him, I think, 9 races.
But weren't the 2 races at Daytona and Atlanta?
Yeah, one of them was Daytona. Definitely, he was running well, and then I can't remember where the
Have
other
y'all
one
tried these?
No,
I don't know if y'all are big.
I don't
nicotine
use
people, but
nicotine. Listen, I'm old enough. I'm only mid-40s, but I'm old enough to wonder why. And you're much younger than me, right? How old are you?
Mid-30s, so yeah.
Under the sea.
I don't know what that button meant.
He's drowning.
Is there there's like a 10-year gap then? Is there a thing in your head that just says don't take raw nicotine into your body? Because to me, it seems like all my friends smoked cigarettes when we were kids because they wanted to smoke cigarettes. They weren't like, let's just get nicotine, right? They were like smoking cigarettes. And then the nicotine got there, and now they still have to smoke.
So I will tell you that the nicotine pouch things, that they call them, I think
buzzers.
Lip pillows is what they call them, or gum pillows or something. They are very popular with not only my generation, but the generation below me.
Yeah. Being a teacher, I'm finding they're somewhat popular. What the high schoolers seem to have a problem with is vaping.
Yeah, the little vapes. Yeah. But I think these will take over the vapes soon because they're easier to hide.
That's true. I
And
guess.
you can, yeah, I mean, I'm going to.
What is it? What does pure nicotine into your mouth do for you exactly?
So, as someone who has, kind of done these before, because they were popular with me till the anxiety kicked in. But anyway, honestly, it just gives you a rush. It gives you a little bit of a buzz. I've never tried the Grizzly ones because Grizzly was always kind of gross, like tobacco wise.
Like chewing tobacco?
Well, yeah, like their fine cut wintergreen stuff like that.
Oh, just the skull.
Yeah, just seeing my brother and stuff
I
dip
just
that. And I was
chewing. Like my dad, he was like chewing tobacco. There's like a pouch, a Red Man, and you open it up, and it's just.
You mean
long.
America's Best?
No, he also liked Taylor's Pride and Levi Garrett. All right, Laurel King signed a deal. They're going to be on the 4 multiple races. Look at them. New sponsor. Wow. I went to Rural King this week, and I bought a battery for my 4-wheeler.
Hey.
And I got it home, and and it was in a box, and I was like, wow, that's amazing. And then you got to put it together, and I was like, man.
Put it together?
You got to it's got the chemicals, and you have to take the top off of it and put the chemicals and inject them into the battery base and then seal the caps on it. And that's what I said. I was like, maybe I didn't get as good a deal as I thought I was getting.
This should have been like a video, like Breaking Bad, Dr. NASCAR
Well,
edition.
I didn't put it together. That's when I was said, that'll happen later, and it's sitting on the back of my 4-wheeler, no battery in it, and I walked away.
But your purchase is the reason why they actually made this deal. You gave them enough money in the green to make this deal.
Get that Kodak car. That's hot, right?
It is.
Look at that. We'll get your comment out of the way right there. It is.
It is. Mm.
Can we point it? I point at it. I look at the screen and point at it. I point the wrong way. It's weird like that. Safety.
Oh,
Oh, he's going to run this multiple races. The first one's Bristol.
multiple races.
Multiple races.
Multiple trash.
Ooh. The thing about it is, what's great is people from South Carolina will love it.
Is this where this is based out of? Because I have no idea.
I have no idea. Just that big SC. That was my only guess.
South Carolina.
Didn't even
Oh,
see
okay.
the SC
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
hood.
I'm sorry.
I missed
Darlington,
it.
South Carolina.
Exactly. Exactly.
Is this the one we're gonna like rate up the? Paint scheme?
No.
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 Okay.
Wait. Did we forget to do rated up? We did.
Oh, what a
Oh my
great
God.
place to
I
do.
don't even know what week this is anymore.
It's supposed to be Ty Dillon's week.
Oh.
Oh,
well,
my
that was
gosh.
a one.
You know what? All right, we're going to switch them out. Let's do it. That's a great point.
I mean, we'll never do it. Week 88. So
We'll get to the 40 cars, not 40, but we'll switch them out. We'll rate it up.
this
What do you
one up.
think, folks?
Okay. This 88?
88, purple, Barney on the handrails. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Speaking of, oh my gosh, a 1.
Well, that was me hitting it, and it
Yeah,
went
that
over
was-
there for some reason.
Don't question how
Okay.
these things work. I mentioned a minute ago, I point at one thing and it's on the wrong side of the screen. The same thing may have happened as I was setting this up. Look at this.
there's some fours.
People,
in the
people love this.
comments there.
Why?
Four.
This is terrible.
4.
You know what?
Oh,
The peer pressure's getting to me.
what you got?
4.
You're in the middle. That should be under me. Okay, he's big. 4 seems like a lot, though.
I just like it.
It's a nice layout for what it is. It's just a lot of purple. It's just a lot of pastels for me. But honestly,
Yeah.
they did an all right job. I'm going to go a low 3, which is apparently hidden behind Matt's 4.
That's fine. I'll take my 4s
Okay,
away.
there, I got a 3. So we got one tire. Justin hates it. Hopes it dies. Another 3. People are rating it pretty
I
high.
know. Oh, I mean,
This is just not your thing.
it's just they're jumping on this bandwagon, and it's different, but it's not a good car.
I just don't think you like
Not a
Red
good-
Bull at all. I just think you hate the Red Bull. That's the only thing that sticks out on this car is the Red Bull, and you hate it.
Okay.
You ever drink Red Bull?
No,
There you go. You hate it.
I
Boom.
hate it.
Lawyer.
In your face.
Wow. Is this gray, or is this flat black, or is this?
I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know what
This is like a gray, blackish. It's a terrible picture, really.
It's got to look better in person, right?
You would think he's ran it once, and you barely. It was a race that was on Fox, so you didn't see it. I don't think hardly, because they only show like 2 cars at a time, and then they got to take 17 commercials
Fox side by side.
side by side. While we were at Martinsville, somebody sent me a picture, dude. They were side by side showing 2 white, and I'm not throwing shade. I got a white beard too. Hoss-looking dudes. One in one camera, one in the other. No camera had the race on it. They were literally double visioning just dudes in the stands.
I mean,
I was like, what the crap is this?
you're in Martinsville. I guess you need to see the hillbillies.
While we're on this, though, that brings up a good thing. The guy who directs the show for Fox is leaving at the end of the Fox run and will take over Monday Night Football.
So Monday Night Football is about to
So
suck.
wow.
if you're if you're a football fan,
It's not good.
Get ready to see more
when
fans.
there's a fumble, they'll show the goalpost. Get ready. Hey, here's somebody who's ready for a bad finish.
Yeah.
22nd. This is one of his better ones of the year.
Well,
Notice they went, did you notice this year they told everybody you don't have to have the ethanol green circle around your gas tank
Oh.
because ethanol stopped paying them money.
Well, that
So-
makes
all
sense.
about the money.
Right. But everybody found, I think, for the most part, that having the circle there allowed the gas man to, zone in better.
Maybe see it better.
So now they're just picking random colors,
Mm.
which is a good idea, I think.
And it's
Let it
what?
mix with your
Orange?
paint scheme.
Mm.
Yeah, there's a little.
It's a
orange.
mystery.
But I mean, if you're a gas man and that's your only job, how do you screw that up?
How do you screw that up? It's a great question,
I mean,
but it happens.
the behind the back jack move. I mean, I don't know.
Speaking of behind the back,
Hey, here's
Here
some
he is.
more.
Some more expensive
Is
pharmaceuticals.
this not the third time he's ran this year? Why am I even holding these papers? I'm not looking at them. It's just something to hold on to.
I mean, honestly, this
Everybody
is
loves that. Pills on fire.
Pills on fire.
Isn't
Y'all
that
ever
how they
see that
dis-
show?
Is that how they dispose of drugs?
Yeah.
You burn them in a big machine.
They actually do that, like
what I was thinking.
like CBP, like when they confiscate seizures, like they'll destroy them in
They
an
have something
incinerator.
that pulls the stuff out of the air before it puts it in the air.
I know all about incinerators now.
I bet you do.
Yep.
I bet you do.
Hey,
Nation's Guard.
Back for the first time at Spire this year, Nation's Guard, a Rick-owned company. You know who Rick is, right, folks?
there
Y'all
he
know
is,
the man.
gangster.
Oh, so
Oh, I hit the wrong thing, and I apologize. Meant to hit this. Called
Hey.
Rick. Slick
he
Rick,
is.
baby. And 2. 1 and 2. It keeps repeating. That's nice.
We could just loop that, baby.
Yeah. I like
so Rick
looking at
has-
Rick and listening to 90s rap music is better than looking at this car, though. This is not a bad paint scheme, though, honestly.
That's
This
not
is
terrible, no.
This is maybe the best Nation's Guard scheme.
Hey.
It's not crap, you're right.
See,
not total crap,
I would have give it a 2 if we had rated that one up.
I might have went low 3. I like this as much as I like the 88.
Okay.
So Rick is sponsoring not only Kyle Larson's car but also Justin Haley's car.
And
He got
in the
it all.
truck race, they have 4 Spire trucks, and the Larson scheme is on 3 of them.
I would hate to be a spotter.
Kyle Larson is running all 3, so it's on his. It's on the daily that they're bringing up, and the other guy, what's his face? They already have a deal with Raja Caruth.
Oh yeah.
So like all 3 of them, Rick's just paying for all this. Basically, Spire's just like Rick's like playground. It's weird.
Oh.
Sunny D.
Another one. Hey.
Could a fish live in Sunny D?
So that same bottle of Sunny D that I was talking about last week
We've
is still
run
in
out
my
of things
fridge.
to talk about Sunny D. Oh, God.
Get you some Sunny D.
An ocean of vitamin D.
Under the sea.
Somebody said it was good, and now they keep making it. So I'm fit to believe them. Again, I think they're just throwing. This is like Overstock and who else was it last year?
Yeah, just kept.
They just
Just
kept throwing
like-
it on the Haas cars.
Yeah, like
Why?
every Haas car every week.
Here's a question: why is Ricky Stenhouse still racing? It's just because he's bored, I guess.
What's his name really likes him. The
Daughtery?
daughter, yeah. That's all I know.
Wow.
Do you
That-
think?
And there's just like you got a dice chance of random that he might win at a plate track.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like,
Do you-
I don't know. If I was him, I would just be like, I just want to do something else. But I don't know.
Do you think Danica Patrick's like still sliding in his DMs?
He's definitely cursed by.
Listen,
I mean, Aaron Rodgers. Everybody's cursed that touches her.
I'll tell you what Danica needs, and also, it's not what I needed. Danica mentioned.
Oh, there she is.
You got Danica, but also here's what Danica needs: pills.
Pills. She needs more pills.
She needs tranquilizers, some kind of medication that's keep her at home on the couch.
Of the horse variety. That's what she
Stop her from talking so much about
Oh,
racing.
Gosh,
It's bright.
this is boost.
Boost. Stop it! He loves it.
Rap
this
of
is
the
my
week.
Rap of the week.
For the week. Wow.
Mm.
You want to know why though?
Tell us.
Because
Give it to us.
it gives me the vibes of a Alaskan bullworm from SpongeBob. That's the only reason why.
I kind of see what you're talking about. It's got the color, the shade. This is really a Kroger car. They got Boost at Kroger.
Boost.
Man, can't go wrong. We got a short up this week about Ryan Priest. Listen, I'm going to give you backstory. I think the backstory makes it funnier. Ryan Priest walking around wearing a hat that says Country Crock on it, okay? We're watching on TV, and there's Country Crock. And I'm like, they're not going to make that hat. They're not going to sell a hat that says just Country Crock on it, a gray hat that says Country Crock. I'm sorry. Who's going to be like, I want that Country Crock hat, right?
Right.
No throw off on Country Crock. It's just not a good hat. It's a fine butter, I'm sure. But
Are you?
Are you a smart balance guy? Is that what you're saying? Man?
I'm more just, I don't eat butter because I'm too lazy to put it on anything. But the point is, I saw that, and I'm like, that's probably the only one, since this is a one-off Kroger deal. That's a very limited hat. They're probably only made the one he's wearing, right? That is a limited edition
I would take that
country crock hat.
Yeah.
And so for that reason, it's awesome. And so there was a song composed about it, right? An amazing song. Like, they're dropping lines. Honestly, we had AI make the song, and I'm going to be honest with you. It depressed the crap out of me because I used to be a musician. And this song came out, and I was like, oh, my God, this is, like, if you go listen to the lyrics, I was like, this is so good. We're doomed as a society. We're all going to die. But go check out Ryan Priest's hat video.
I saw
The
that.
people on Ryan Priest
Saw
group
that.
seem to like it. We got a lot of hearts on there.
Oh yeah.
It's not so much anywhere else. Like, it's got no traction for some reason. It's one of those things you're either going to like it or you're going to be like, this is terrible.
Country crock.
All right. Speaking of things that are terrible,
It's Cody wearing the
Cody.
51. Look out on pit road.
Oh jeez.
got that butter hat. That's right. We got people talking down here.
More Arby's.
They're all about it. Go
Man,
check it out.
The crazy thing is, I like the rims.
Oh, yeah. That's right. We gave away a Farm Rich hat. That's right. That's awesome. Oh, no, it was from a Homestead. We sent hats to somebody, but it wasn't Farm Rich. We had a Farm Rich. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go back to the talk. I messed up the vibe. What were you saying about Arby's?
It was nothing about the paint scheme. I was
They're
talking about the rims.
rims.
Nothing else
Arby's
about
is
this.
dumb for putting their
Yeah, I don't get
name
it.
on a Rick Ware card.
They came to my school last year with a car when they were doing this
Yeah.
Arby's thing at the fall, and had Balicki driving it. And I talked to Balicki, and had a student running the camera, and we had no sound, so that didn't work. But the people were cool from Arby's and stuff. If you're seeing this, Arby's people, you can go ahead and just share anything you want to of ours with the world. That'd be great. We love you.
And bring us some beef and cheddars.
Free, yeah, absolutely. Speaking of being out in the woods and having to eat runny cheese,
Dude,
Bass Pro Shop, baby.
what happened to him? I can't remember. What did
He
he
got
finish?
in-
28th? Wow.
He got into the wall
Oh well, that
and some
that can be the thing.
people, and he was not doing well.
Hmm.
Which you would think that would be
More
his,
pills.
His place. More pills. You can't go wrong with enough pills.
I
Can
think he needs some after that.
you? Well, he
needs
needs
some
to do
ibuprofen.
something. The year is not going near as well for him as I thought it would going into it.
No.
I really thought.
I mean, that pole at Daytona, and now it's turned into just,
Yeah. I thought it was the 14 car. Maybe it's just not working.
it's just rewrapped.
Hey, it's ugly. Are you ready? It sucks. I don't even know what to hit.
That is awful.
There you go. There's a sad horn. I will say this. Okay, I'm trying to be positive here. We don't want this to be a sad show. We're here to just get away from the real world. This is the best looking of the Delaware Life schemes.
Well,
When
this,
it's on the 77 or the 7, those two
True.
are uglier than this one.
Yeah, that's still bad.
Yeah, sure.
Delaware Life.
Hey,
somebody's
there's
coming to
Austin. He's coming down to Bristol. Come on, baby.
It's Bristol, baby.
We got stuff going on. Hey, y'all know Johnny Bench is going to be there Sunday.
oh,
The famous baseball player, of course, because the Reds and the Braves are going to play there, and they need him to push
Yeah,
that game out for
yeah.
everybody.
And I think the Reds are winning, unlike the Braves. Anyway, this ugly Dollar Tree car.
Dollar Tree.
okay, blah blah.
They're going to, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, we got
Oh,
a new warrior
Ultimate
has
C4.
emerged.
You're gonna blow everybody up.
This guy
Blow the
might
tires off of
be
it already.
a terrorist.
Wheels gone.
He's a piece of crap. The kid,
hood's
he
up.
sucks.
and it's
He
old
sucked
Jesse
his whole career.
Love.
Yeah, Jesse Love. This car ran last week, but it was not Jesse Love driving. It was Austin Hill, and he got 31st. We'll see if Jesse can do better. This is Jesse's first ever Cup start. And they said, oh, let's take you somewhere easy. What about Bristol?
That
No
place
one-
is not easy.
No one will ever touch you there.
Hmm.
And they put a big orange stripe on it and said, you're Frosty.
You know
Break
what?
him in.
That's all right.
That's the corn dog man.
Got that big stick going across there. You see that? That wooden stick.
Yeah.
He is the corn dog man.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Have you had a Rita?
Chili's.
A Carson Rita?
Chili's. The suit, man, the suit's awesome. They had Haley wear the suit, the same suit where he looks like a little cowboy man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they filmed a little thing, and host of ours got it on, and it's great. One of those great suits that doesn't look like a suit.
Man, I really
awesome.
wish I didn't do the Alaskan bullworm. This would have been my wrap of the week.
Well, that's what I was about to say. I think I'm going to throw it over. Here's mine.
Whoa.
I'm going to
Oh,
wrap of the week
man.
on 77, baby.
We're a big Triple Dipper fan here at the Wrap It Up show.
I do like the triple dipper. That's usually what I get. But for what we got this week, a giant chili, and yeah, it's the best thing I've seen.
I'm just hoping I can find a Carson Hocevar hat at the track this weekend.
Well, they're not as abundant as they were. I'll tell you that. They were like we had a whole trailer. Now Spire cut way back, and they got like a little corner now. Speaking of being in the corner.
Chili dog. What it? No, I can't even tell. What is that sandwich?
That's a
Yes, that is a sandwich. It is, as you can tell, between the two pieces of bread. It is not Kern's bread like you'll get this weekend at Bristol.
Is this a cross promotion with your new station as vice president of NASCAR sandwiches?
Yes, Brett Kozlowski, as he has been known in the comments here. Yeah, he actually came to me. He said, "You know what, Matt? Now that you're the VIP VP of sandwiches, would you like to try some of this Oscar Mayer?" And I said, "No, it's Boar's Head only." And he got really depressed and he walked away.
Well, I could see that. Oscar Mayer has, of course, sponsored the 6 car before. They were the primary for Ryan Newman a couple years back, but the car was always usually yellow. They went with red this time. I like it better.
You know what Oscar Mayer really needs to do?
What?
Is roll out a Wienermobile wrap.
That's exact. They brought the Wienermobile to Martinsville one time when he was there.
So just a real quick question.
They got several of them.
Do you actually know the person that drives the Wienermobile, what they're called?
What
Like it's an actual job. You can make $40,000 a year doing
I
it.
saw that. What do they call them?
Hot doggers.
Oh.
Hey. Well,
It's not my fault.
here's a not hot dogger.
They're doing it again. This is the second time he's run the Lucy Icebreakers.
This is another one of those lip pillows.
Exactly. It's a big market for us here in the hillbilly town, I guess. Everybody wants to get
Honestly,
a dip in.
Do you think that?
Put your tongue there.
Do you think Winston got out of NASCAR so the so the nicotine pouches could thrive?
I think it had more to do with the government, but maybe.
I mean,
they've
it's
tried
the
to
same
come back
thing.
in with some different stuff. They own Winston owns a bunch of the crap anyway. You know, they've got all the marketing. I think Zen is owned by Morris, right?
Johnny, what is it?
Yeah.
JR or
Richard Childress Racing, RCR Morris.
RCR. That's it.
Morris, yeah.
And have you all seen the like in-car shots of the drivers? Especially like Tyler Reddick, he literally has a cutout for his Zens. And during the middle of the race, he pops them, like under caution, and pops them in.
These young people, man, they're all about the Zen.
Tyler,
You got to get on the Zen to figure it out.
Okay.
I need more I need a larger a pool to study from here.
I don't plan
A
on
large data set.
spending any of my monetary gains on Zens.
If you do have a fast rewards card, you can get the thing is in for $1.99. It's on all the gas pumps.
We don't want to do a commercial. What about
No free sponsors.
back to the basic normal ally? Man, he was doing all right for a moment. Stage 2. Didn't he win stage 2?
No.
Who won stage? Yeah, you
No,
did
yeah.
not know.
Byron.
Byron led
Byron
the
won everything.
first
That's right.
240 laps or something.
What am I thinking? He.
Yes.
Oh no.
243.
I'm thinking he was in 10th at stage 2.
Yeah,
He got 1 point. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, someone was calling William Byron a two-footed man in a butt kicking contest, but then everything kind of flamed out.
I heavily thought he was going to win. He was my pick for the whole week, and it didn't work. What about this guy? Man, he had a good run. He was up front at Darlington in the 21, and then it just hopped out on him, and he just sailed away. Who was he got into it with there?
I think he just kind of.
Somebody else.
Somebody got him in the
Was it
wall a
Blaney?
bit. No.
No,
Shoot, I can't remember.
I can't even.
Yeah, I forget.
Is there somebody else that no, didn't finish around him because
It doesn't matter where he finishes, though, because he already has that checker flag on the side of the car.
it's true. He's doing all right, but he's running for wins and stuff. Short track, he could run Bristol.
He could do it.
It'd be amazing to see the 21 win. It'd be awesome.
It'll be the first time since what was his name? Sadler.
Sadler won it here. Yeah, that was like 20 years ago. Maybe 22.
Core memory. What a terrible day for this dude.
Man.
I know the people in the comments hate him, but what a terrible, terrible day.
Oh, like I was both the last 2 years. He's got these Terry Labonte schemes.
And he's
treats
wrecked.
He's
both
like,
times.
we gotta get in the wall immediately.
He treats him like Terry Labonte. That's half the problem.
Terry was a very clean driver. You know, they asked Terry which one was harder, the regular cement wall, or what's the difference in hitting the new walls, which is what walls they've had for,
Safer barriers.
yeah, for how many years has Safer Barriers been around?
2004, 5.
It was way before that because Terry retired in like 05 limited schedule. So had to be like before that. Anyway, Terry never hit a safer barrier in a car. Like then they were in for at least 5 years and never once hit one. That's pretty impressive, especially when you're not at your peak even. You know what I'm saying?
Well, when you're running in the back, it's not hard.
Everybody gets old. It's all right. Speaking of that,
Corey?
they're getting rid of the penny. Did you hear that?
Huh.
That's what the old one is.
What's he going to stack now?
That's a great question. Stacking nickels? Can he steal the? Well, I guess he could be 05, couldn't he?
He'll just
That'd
take
be
all
1
the
cent.
pennies and
Yeah.
hoard them up.
I thought it was a whole thing like send in your pennies and they'd melt them down to try to make cars out of them because he couldn't afford like one. So they just cast iron of copper. What do you think about this Schrute Systems? This is the first time he's ran this
Schluter Deber.
this year. Of course, it's only the second or third race
Third
he
race.
ran. This is really the 15 car, the same car, and it was the 01 running the same points that they don't have as an open car.
You all saw the social media of Corey LaJoy, right? He said he lost his ride and Carl Edwards was sitting in his car. Did y'all see that video?
No.
Yeah,
How do we miss this?
I don't know. He was early walking around the garage. He was
Carl.
like, man. He's like, what are you doing in there? And Carl's like, nothing. It literally looked like a seat fitting. So
Stole his car.
it's cousin Carl.
Took his title.
Cousin Carl gonna come back? Oh,
Here's the
man, that is-
66 this week.
Manscaped.
Talking about your private parts.
Shave your balls.
Testicular Cancer Society.
That's it.
Yep. I don't know if that goes in the song or not, but honestly, purple camo, it's better than what the 66 usually does, right?
Yeah.
Everyone
You got to give it to them. This is better than what normally happens. They've had somebody from the outside probably do this.
It's still gonna look good being 20 laps down.
I guess. You know,
Yeah, whatever.
it's Josh Bickle. He ran last year in an Arby's car. I mean, what do you want?
You know what
Gotcha,
though?
Pickle.
It's
Knows
not
everything.
crap though.
It's not.
I like it.
It's not. It's the other side of your torso. Woo! Stupid! That's every car that's running this week, folks. Every single one of them.
Justin didn't like any of them.
He hated every one. I'm
one
gonna
of
be
those
honest with
days.
you. It was a week. It's a week.
Yeah.
You know, there's some nice things, but a lot of it we've seen before. So the new stuff, I was like, you know. But that brings us to a moment in time and
Ooh, I gotta
space
get my
Sandwiches?
buttons here.
that we got to know what it is that's going to happen in the future. Can you tell us, as you're the guest, we'll give you first go.
So, as the VP of sandwiches, and remember this weekend you do get Kern's bread and some bunny bread. All right, so here's what we're here for. I believe this man's going to win his other. He's going to win his 6th victory at a
Other.
short track in the next-gen car.
Jeez.
And go back to back to back because it's him against the world, baby.
Oh,
Denny Hamlin.
boo. Boo.
Nah.
Y'all know I became a little bit of a Denny Hamlin fan.
Well, listen, disability's nothing to be mocked.
I don't.
That we're not mocking you, is what I was saying.
We listen and we don't judge.
Here's. I hope Denny don't win. Listen, I did see this. I say listen a lot when something pops in my head. I go listen. I just realized that, and I had to go listen to tell you about the listen. Did you notice that?
Yes, we are
All right,
listening.
All right. when things get awkward, it's hilarious to me. It's nobody else, but I'll purposely just drag things on and on and on because to me, that's the funniest part of the show, is that there's people watching me just drag things on, and I think that's so ignorantly stupid that it's hilarious.
This is why you're Dr. NASCAR.
Anyway, what was I talking about?
Listen, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Who's going to win the?
The 11 had not won back-to-back races since 2012.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So the odds of him doing it a third time
Or it's low.
are very slim.
Christopher Bell did it.
But Christopher Bell is Christopher Bell. He's not Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin has no cups. If you go to the future, Christopher Bell has cups. I just hate to tell you.
Well, yeah.
I see it. I see it. And doing the triple duty. The man's going to have more laps this weekend than anybody else. He's going to know every little place to roll through that big cul-de-sac, every little trick. He's going to have it in multiple cars. He's going to know everything about the track. He's going to be the track master this weekend and have that advantage over everybody else. If they show up, if Big Rick, brings him a car, everything will be fine.
Is he going to do what Kyle Busch did and do the triple sweep?
Somebody's going to screw him up again in the trucks or the X is my theory.
Yep.
That's what's going to happen.
Well, I'm telling y'all boys, you're both wrong because momentum got the race stole from him, runs good here. This man is going to take the checker flag.
I'd be happy to see that.
I'd be happy.
I'd be very happy to see that.
He'll be the winning water heater runner.
Yeah.
Yep.
We were there when he won in the 22 X car.
Yep.
Nationwide, I guess, at that time. Yeah. Was that his first nationwide win? Bristol?
I don't know.
Anybody remember that? It was early, definitely. I can't remember if it was his first, though. All right, folks, that's our picks. And that brings us to giving you the important information, such as make sure you contact
Wrap
us.
it up.
You got to wrap it up. You got to send the things, call the meat line, leave the messages.
Meat line.
Get on the phone. Make it work. We're paying a lot of money for these meat lines. You got to subscribe and follow and do all the things people do with those things. You know, you got to get every single one of them. Again, I'm begging you. We haven't had a meat line caller in at least 3 days. Somebody call the meat line, leave a message, let us know. Maybe you'll make it on next week, okay?
Free sandwiches if you call the meat line.
That's something you can't beat right there. All right, either one of you got anything you want to hit the people with before we end up another show?
I'm just going to hit you with this. Alaskan bullworm.
Okay. All right, that's something to consider. Check
Come
out his
on.
Credit Crock hat.
I'll be there.
We'll be there. All right, we'll see y'all in 3 or 4 days.
Yep. Come on
Get to
down.
holler back. We love all of you now.
That is a big boy.